Okay. Good evening, Nashville, Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, those of you as far west as Jackson, those of you as far east as Crossville. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call with your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt. And if you're watching this show, I am your community pharmacist. Everyone, welcome to the July edition of Pharmacist On Call. This is your 1 hour forum where you get to call in and ask any health question that you want. Because let's face it, your doctors are busy, your pharmacists are busy, they don't have time. But for this hour, I do. So call in with your health questions and your comments. You see the producer has flashed the number there. So give us a call. Rule number one, there are no silly questions. So whatever you have in mind related to medication, related to your health condition, related to herbs and supplements, it's all fair game, okay? All right, so it looks like we are going to, before we get into that, we're going to do some condolences and birthdays like we usually do. Oh, so wanted to say goodbye to a long-time viewer and friend of the pharmacy, Mr. Ray Dye. He passed away suddenly a few weeks ago. So thank you to his daughter for calling and letting me know. He actually became a fan because of his wife Shirley, who preceded him in passing by a couple of years. Some condolences to your families, and sorry to see Mr. Ray Dye go. He was a good Adventist brother, and he'd always end his visits with "I love you, brother doctor." So rest in peace, Mr. Ray. Secondly, we had one of my fraternity brothers who passed away suddenly a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Sergio Swain. This hit us all pretty hard because everybody loved him. So big time TSU alumni, Mighty Roadside frat brother. 1996 or legendary 96 as the brothers of that year called themselves. So Sergio was very consistent among everyone that knew him. You were always going to get pop-up phone calls out of nowhere and talk for about an hour or two. And it's just always good to talk to him. Just a good, genuine person, good father. So we're going to be sorry to see him go. So condolences to the Mighty Roadside family, his friends and family as well. All right, so we got some birthdays to get into here. Happy birthday to my late nephew, Mr. Artie Thomas Jr., whose birthday will be tomorrow, as well as my late fraternity brother, Namario Moore. Sorry to see him go as well. And then we've got some birthdays to my fraternity brothers, Mr. Sheldon Jones, we call him Pee Wee, and Mr. Christopher Minor, who you all probably know him as Low if you see us out there on the scene. And then finally, the second coming of me, Mr. Sean Pruitt Jr., will be turning 13 at the end of the month. So happy birthday, Boss Hog, and see what kind of party we can throw for you here. All right, so it looks like we got some calls here, so I guess we'll chime in on those first. Pharmacist on Call, David, how may we help you?
Hey, pretty good. I've talked to you before about that water you get at the store where it's got the alkaline and stuff. I didn't like it. I just like the taste. You remember me?
Yeah, I remember you.
Remember me?
I do.
You said to come by and get that stuff. But I tell you, the thing I still like the best is that Pellegrino or the Wisconsin. It's called LaCroix. And even before then, you're probably as old as me or a little younger, but I'd go to a restaurant and stuff. I'd say there's a little button that you press on the machine where they're getting their soda pop, and just press the bubbly water. I just tell the girl, just give me the bubbly water, the carbonated water.
Yeah, the seltzer water.
You know what I'm saying? I like that. And then, so yeah. And then the heat. Oh, my girlfriend Jean wanted me to ask you about this. She said, if you're feeling bad, like overheating stuff, like you haven't drank enough water, it's already too late. She said, you have to beforehand. Otherwise, you're getting heat exhaustion. And I want to say, heat stroke is overstated. I might say that nobody ever gets heat stroke, but if you get heat stroke, you can die. I was a lifeguard, and so you have to have water, which I don't drink enough of. I probably drink too much soda and Gatorade and Powerade and all that crap. And Gene said I should really drink more water. That's all I want to say.
Well, Gene is right, David. So a couple of points. So I think you had me confused with. I'll just put you on hold here. I think you have it confused with Al Kabulon Bookstore, who has alkaline water. So you didn't like their water, it wasn't mine. So we're still waiting on you to come by. In terms of the Pellegrino and the carbonated water, all those are okay to drink at a restaurant setting. But in terms of daily maintenance of health, you're going to want a water that's clean. You're going to want a water that's not acidic, like the waters that you've been drinking. And in terms of taste, there is no taste, there is no smell. So our water is gonna be top notch for that. But you want something that's going to be alkaline because your body was designed to be slightly alkaline. So make sure if you're going to do that, hold up on the Gatorades and all those, because sugars are going to dehydrate you as well. So you want to stay hydrated with alkaline water, something that's going to perfuse the tissues very easily. Okay. All right. And then he raised one more question. The heat stroke and all that. Yeah, it probably is a little too late because it takes a minute to get your body hydrated. So everyone, make sure that you're staying up on your electrolytes. So your potassium, your sodium and magnesium in particular. Now you can do that by drinking a Gatorade, maybe a small one, but that shouldn't be what you drink all day. Okay. So make sure you're keeping your electrolytes up. You get a banana before you step outside because it is hot out there. You sweat pretty easily and profusely with the heat that we have going on, and it's easy to become dehydrated and sweat out all the minerals that you're going to need. So good point. All right, let's see what we got here. Pharmacist on call, let me help you.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Mark?
Yes, sir.
All right, how can we help you, sir?
I got a food pressure. My iron is low and my potassium low. Do you have anything I can take, or any samples, anything, or that I can take to build it up?
Yeah, your iron and potassium. So in terms of your iron, I would recommend a couple of products that we carry. The first is triple S tonic, 3S tonic. The second is Geritol. I think that they're both quasi equivalent. So you could choose between either one of them. So they both contain iron, they both contain B vitamins to help get your energy up. So and probably what you're really missing. In terms of potassium, you can do green leafy vegetables. You can do a glass of orange juice. But if you're diabetic, then you can need a banana. But if you don't want to do all that, then you can just take a potassium supplement, potassium citrate as an over-the-counter potassium that you can take to help keep your potassium up. So those are two easy solutions for your iron and your potassium.
If you're low on those, what does it do to your body?
If you're low on iron, you can become anemic.
And potassium too.
Mm-hmm.
What does it do to you?
If you're low on potassium, then you'll start to cramp up. So you need those minerals for your body to function properly. So you'll become dizzy, you become nauseous, you will be start to cramp in your muscles because your muscles need that. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I experienced that. I don't eat much. I eat a lot of McDonald's. So I probably just lay off of that.
Yeah, lay off of that because guys, we have to remember fast food is void of any nutrition, and that's why you can eat so much of it because your body is trying to find nutrition. And so yeah, you can knock off 2 or 3 Big Macs because it doesn't have any nutrition in it. I'm not even sure if it's real food actually, but make sure that you're getting vegetables, you're getting fruit in your diet, and you'll notice that if you eat that, you'll be surprised how little it takes for you to be full and for a while. So let's lay off the McDonald's and let's mix in some fruit, some vegetables, and some actual meat that you cooked.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll feel much better.
Okay, I got one more question. I got a pinch nerve in my lower right back.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have anything for that? And it's a lot of pain when I'm walking. Y'all have anything for that?
Yeah, you have. It's what it sounds like. You have neuropathy. Where it comes from, I'm not sure. So, but we have a hemp oil, Pharmacist blend hemp oil, that will help slow down the transmission of that pain. I recommend you either go see a chiropractor to find out where it is, or are you diabetic?
Type 2.
Type 2. So yeah, it's probably coming from that then. And so we'll want to make sure we're controlling your blood sugar as well. But yeah, what you have going on is called neuropathy. But stop by the pharmacy and get some hemp oil, and it'll straighten that out.
How much is it?
The smallest bottle runs about $19.99, so it'll last you a couple of weeks. And then we have larger bottles and stronger bottles if you need that. But most people just need the the beginning small size.
Okay. All right then. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you. Okay, see what we got here. Hello, welcome to Pharmacist on Call. Let me help you.
Yes, I am a diabetic and I have high blood pressure problems. And I'm wondering if there's any medicine that I can take with the medicine that I'm taking already now. For I don't want to have to go on dialysis. I have been told I had to go on dialysis, but I want to try to keep them going on dialysis. Is there anything I can take?
So, what medications are you on for diabetes?
Oh, I got the one that I'm on for diabetes is Glimepiride.
Okay, that's it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right.
But my blood pressure stays up. I take about 8 pills of blood pressure.
Really? Okay, so it sounds like your blood pressure is more of an issue than your diabetes, because
Yes,
that's going to be
I
the
think
biggest
so too.
threat. Yeah, that's going to be the biggest threat to your kidney function. So excuse me, work on getting our blood pressure down. So the first thing we want to do, lifestyle modification, like we always do. Watch that salt. Watch the seasoning salt. Watch the processed foods because they already come preloaded with sodium, guys. All right,
Yes.
so no Lowry's and all of that. Okay. All right. If you need to season your food, you use the actual seasoning. You use the actual cumin, onion powder, or garlic. You use the actual spices themselves. All right. The second thing is we're going to make sure that we're properly hydrated. Okay. Because if your blood is thick and dehydrated, your heart is going to have to work harder to push it through your vasculature. Do you understand? So we got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure we're keeping plenty of water in us, preferably alkaline water. Okay. All right. And then the other piece is we're going to get on some beetroot juice. Now, what beetroot juice is going to do is right now in hypertension, you got this going on with the vasculature, with your arteries and veins. The beetroot juice is going to help them to relax so they open up more and let the blood go through easier so the heart does not have to pump as hard. That means your blood pressure goes down. Okay.
Yes.
So you'll do a cap full of beetroot juice first thing in the morning, as soon as you get up, and then right before you go to bed. And that will give you the coverage for your blood pressure and your diabetes throughout the day.
And can I ask you another question?
Yes, ma'am.
So I can take beet juice with the medicine that I'm taking. It won't bother that.
If anything, it will help your medication work better. So what we're hoping is that the next time you go see your doctor, you take your beetroot juice beforehand, and when they see that your pressure has gone down, they're going to say, maybe we need to reduce some of this medication. So we'll cut the dose from 10 milligram to 5, and maybe we'll just take one medication away. So we want it to be your doctor's decision once they see the progress you're making using the beetroot juice, using less salt. You follow me? Hydrating properly. So once the doctor sees the lifestyle modifications and the beetroot juice working together, then you start to come off of some of those 8 medications.
That sounds like a winner.
Sounds like a winner.
And I'm going to ask you one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
The medicine that's called FLUCXETINE.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that to help you not be depressed?
Yeah, it's a serotonin specific reuptake inhibitor. So it's the brand name is called Prozac, everyone. So it's fluoxetine, what
That's
she's
what
describing.
it is,
Yeah. So what it does is, so in depression, what goes on in our brain, everyone, is that sometimes our brain chemical called serotonin gets low. And that's our happy chemical. That's our feel good chemical. So we need something to raise it up. And that's what the fluoxetine is for. It raises up that serotonin so we begin to get our happy feeling, our satisfied, good feeling back again. So that's what that drug is for.
Okay, so I was just wondering this because I dream every day. Every time I go to bed at night, I've dreamed something either about I've never been a dreamer.
Okay.
And I've had so many people to die in my family, and I know you're on the line. And that I'm depressed, and I dream about my family every night. Somebody in my family that has already died. In fact, I'm the last one that's living.
Okay. That is possible with that medication, that you'll have some strange, vivid dreams.
Because I just asked my doctor yesterday, I said, I dream all the time about my family being at the door and all that kind of stuff. And he said it could be that fluoxetine, whatever it is. And but he didn't, he didn't seem to say, well, kind of slow up on it or not take. He didn't say anything. He said, that's up to you if you want to take it.
Yeah, and so this is my thoughts on that. And so, in order for you to be dreaming about them, that means you have to be getting a good night's sleep. That means you were in REM sleep. So the fluoxetine has allowed you to, kind of combat the depression to the point that you're able to go to bed and to get a good night's sleep. Dreams, we all do them. Now, if these dreams are troublesome, then maybe we look at something else. But I'm looking at the fact that the drug is allowing you to get a good night's sleep. You follow me? So that's why you're dreaming.
Okay, and I know that the reason why I get up 4 or 5 times a night is because of the medicine I'm taking.
Okay.
For high blood pressure.
Oh, to go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
you gotta.
I get up four times before day. Every day I'm up every 2 hours. I'm getting up using the bathroom.
Okay, so what time do you take that?
I take it about my last pill at night. I take it about 9:30.
We're going to move that up earlier. Yeah, we're going to move that up earlier. Hey, again, that's why it's so important that we come off of the salt, because the pill is help you to pee off some of that fluid because of the salt that's causing the fluid to accumulate. So once we start changing up our diet a little bit, we're going to have to either move that pill up. So ask your doctor about moving that pill up. I'd also recommend pumpkin seed oil, which, guys, I apologize. I usually have a table full of my supplements. I left them at the pharmacy. So today, we don't know. Go ahead.
Your drugstore, are they open? What time do you all open?
9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
9 to 6. I'll try to get by that. And are you open on Saturday?
No, man. We closed on the Sabbath. We're Sunday, 12 to 4.
But you're open on Sunday.
12 to 4. Now, how late are you drinking water?
I drink water 9:30 to 10 o'clock.
Not no more.
Especially when I take my medicine about 9:30. I drink a glass of water.
Just a swallow. And you probably need
just a swallow.
Yeah, you don't need a whole bunch. That's why you're getting up.
If I could talk to my doctor like I'm talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I probably would be in a better shape, but my doctor is young and I'm old. I'm 86 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
And it seemed like when I was younger, he had no time with me, but and maybe just my feelings, but I can talk to you now, just like I've been knowing you, and you're not even my doctor, better than I talk to him.
Well, that's what we're here for, man. We're here to give service. Yeah.
So anyway, I come by because I'm gonna start on that beet juice.
Yes, ma'am.
And because I don't want to go to dialysis. I just had a relative just start going on dialysis, and I got a son on dialysis.
No,
I don't want to do that.
Well, we've got something called we got something called burdock root that'll help your kidneys. But we'll talk once you come in tomorrow. We'll talk about what else.
And I appreciate you talking to me.
All right, you're welcome, man.
And you have a good day and a good night.
Okay, all right, you too.
All right, Jason.
Yeah, bye bye. All right, everyone, we're up on our first break. Stay right there. We will be right back. All right, who we got on 4? Okay, and is line 1 still the first guy holding on there? Let me see if I can. Okay. Okay. So let me end call. Okay. All right. We'll leave it alone. All right, everyone. Those of you out there in cyberspace watching this show, streaming through Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, welcome to Pharmacist On Call. If you have questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section, and then we'll try to get to you. Looks like we've got a couple coming through here on Facebook. Okay, all right. So Miss Ron Terry says she came by and got some CKLS from us today. So thank you, ma'am, for your purchase. Remember, 5 pills first day, 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then once a day. So we'll talk about that once we come back and we get through the calls. Some of the supplements that I would normally have up here, but I forgot them, so I apologize, everybody. But don't be shy. If you have a question, shoot it through the chat line there, and we'll get to you. All right, with 30 seconds out, we're gonna go ahead and keep this community service going for you guys. So don't be shy. Extra call in with the questions and comments for those of you who are 737, and that's all right. Welcome back to Pharmacist on Call. Your host, Sean Pruitt, community pharmacist of the world. We're going to get right back into your calls. So we've got Tom. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. May I help you? Okay. Tom, how can we help you?
Hey, how you doing, Dr. Pruitt?
Pretty good. How you doing there?
Well,
okay.
I was listening to some of the stuff you was answering something and about the dehydration. Just well, let me get the pack out here. I don't drink water.
Okay.
And they put in the water to flavor it just a little bit, but it's liquid IV in it. 2 a day, I thought what I'm averaging. But my skin, when I pinch my skin on fingers and stuff, it just stands up.
Yeah.
It don't go back down, so I'm pretty well dehydrated.
Okay. That's an easy.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. This is your show. Go ahead.
I do that, but I'm starting to get a little better. But yeah, I drink a lot of Dr. Peppers. That's my food source, really. I only eat 1 meal.
Okay.
And I'm like that other guy, you know, I don't eat much, but I eat hot dogs and bologna and stuff like that and sandwiches,
Okay.
which I know processed food ain't good for me because I got high cholesterol. And triglycerides right now is in the 400s.
Okay.
So that's not good. But I was a little concerned about the hydration though, because I'm sweating a lot, and what I drank, I sweat it out real bad. And I got what is it, sodium chloride, salt tablets. I take them a little bit. I try to stay away from salt because when I do that, I swell up, my feet swell, and you know I retain too much water. And so, but I was.
IV, I believe, is a combination of the to keep you hydrated. And I'll just put you on hold here. Some of the minerals that you're going to need. My concern is that you're not drinking water. You have to have it. 70+ per body is water, and we can't replace it with juice. We can't replace it with Dr. Pepper or Sprite. All those are acidic and harmful to our tissues. Now and then on the lower test. So water is a lot of salt. You're not salty, and I'm sure that liquid has some sort of sodium chloride in it as well. The salts that you lose from not properly drinking water, and you're probably sweating too. I would not use that long term. I'd probably use it maybe after a work or something. Your long-term solution. I wish I could. You listen to me, Tom. Your long-term solution is, and it's easy. You are going to have to start drinking water.
I hate it. I hate water.
Where do you live?
I live in
Even tap is not going to do it for you, and it's going to be just as bad. Like, the body's going to respond immediately. You're going to standing up like a big pimple on you. Yeah, that, and change that diet up. You're going to probably need more vegetables in there. Now, I understand you eat bologna. That's just a regular Tennessee. But we're going to need there too to kind of make your body.
You really maybe 2 a day. And stuff like that, I can't drink because of chloride.
All right.
And the fluoride and stuff like that in there, it'll make me sick.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Now, you're thinking about almost 3 gallons of Dr. Pepper a week. So let's.
I'd say that better.
Yeah, so let's see if we can cut that down some, because it's going to help your kidneys function better. And if you got any joint pain, it's the Dr. Pepper doing it. It's the lack of real water doing it.
Pain all over. I fell 80 something, busted up pretty good.
We got you.
And I lost a lung in '92. So, like I say, I do hurt quite a bit, but I take medicine. I try not to do more than I have to, and I try to stay in the house. I had a girlfriend that passed away over the doctor giving her I talked to you once before, where he gave her medication she was allergic to, and she died the next day.
I remember you telling me that, yeah.
And and the old lady said, I'm depressed a lot because I sit here by myself. I don't leave the house. I don't get out, and I'm just pretty much here. So I try to take care of myself best I can. Hopefully I got a few more years left.
We're going to tell you what to do to keep a few more years. You're also going to have to get outside and at least sit in the sun about 30 to an hour, because you need that vitamin D.
That.
All right, good. That vitamin D is going to be good for you.
My horses. I go out and feed my horses, and I feed my horses and water them. And I'm outside. I mean, around the house. I've got a tan from being outside. So I mean, I'm getting my vitamin D, and I also take a 50,000 IUD once a week.
So why are you giving your horses water and you don't drink water?
Oh, I don't know what they would drink this water, because when they put that sour water in here, it has so much chlorine and stuff in it.
I agree.
I never have been able to drink water after that.
Yeah.
And we got a spring. Now, don't get me wrong, we got a spring down here. It's got some real nice, clear, clean water. It's about as clean as you get it. And I can drink that if I put it in the refrigerator, or actually boil it first.
Okay.
Then I put it in the refrigerator.
All right, so let's do that, and then cut the Dr. Pepper by a 2 liter a week, okay, till we get ourselves down.
Lord, you're trying to kill me, buddy.
No, you can do it.
I'll try, but it's hard, because that's about all I eat 1 meal a day, and it ain't much. And I get a lot of, which I know it's got like 150 something calories to a serving. Yeah. But that's not good.
Yeah, the reason that you're not eating as much is because that sugar in that Dr. Pepper is lying to your body and telling it that it's got the calories that it needs. So you're going to need to put some food in there.
Right. I'm going to see my doctor Monday, and we're going to sit and discuss, what I'm hurting. Yeah. It's hard for me to like I say, it's
Liquid IV.
IV session.
Yeah.
Trying it. My kids are all worried about me because I don't drink it, so I'm gonna try it and just keep them side.
Okay.
But thank you very much, sir, for your information. I mean, I'm very smart and intelligent when it comes to medical.
What I can.
And I listen to the questions and answers you're giving them. Other people will go, yeah, I eat McDonald's hamburgers and stuff. Yeah, I know that. I don't go to fast food restaurants and eat.
Okay.
I couldn't do that if I had to. But thank you very much, and you have a good day, and God bless you.
All right, more water, Tom. Thank you.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. All right, bye-bye. All right, everyone, stay right there. We're up on another break. We will be right back. All right, Patricia. Yeah, that's my mother. Yeah. All right, see what we got here question-wise. Trying to ask how much burdock root. By the way, guys, burdock root is what we use for kidney issues. So if you know someone like the lady mentioned is trying to avoid going to dialysis, burdock root has done a good number on our patients' kidneys and reversing some of the kidney damage and keeping people off of dialysis. So it runs maybe $12, $13, very cheap for the good work that it does. You do a couple of capsules a day, but it's burdock root, B-U-R-D. If you know someone with kidney problems, just let them know that and some alkaline water. We have to. I really should say this speech for TV. We'll talk about them. We'll be back up in probably another minute. All right, welcome back to Pharmacist On Call. Your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt, community pharmacist of the world. We're going to get right back into your calls. So we've got Thelma. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. How may I help you? I mean, sorry, your TV's.
How are you, Dr. Pruitt?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm well. My son-in-law hasn't made it here yet. Do you expect he will?
No, he's going to come tomorrow. The beetroot juice didn't make it in before we close tomorrow with it.
Oh, fine. I wanted to know if you in depth.
Yes.
Okay. I found on what benefits of Geritol are and how it specifically helps older people.
Okay.
So you go ahead and talk about what you need to say about it. And also, it's the difference between metoprolol and Adalat. One and the other one is supposed to be a calcium channel medicine. What does that specifically? You don't now.
Okay. All righty. All right. All right, so a couple of questions there. First, you wanted to know what Geritol did. I previously expounded on it. So Geritol is a combination of iron complex, all of the different things your nervous system will need to function properly. All the things that your body will need to make red blood cells, to make hemoglobin, and of course to produce energy from the iron. So that's pretty much what the Geritol is for, is to help with energy production in iron, and we need in older individuals, the diet is not going to be what it used, and so they're going to need to supplement for the lack of food or the diminished amount of food that they would normally eat, but they're not getting because they have just decreased appetites for whatever reason. So, excuse me, Geritol is going to be for energy production, complex of B vitamins, and a complex of iron. Okay. All right. So she mentioned two medications, one being metoprolol and one being, I guess, Adalat. The generic of that is so she mentioned two classes. One beta blocker, that is the metoprolol. So what that does is, which are beta receptors in your heart, and when things come in contact with it, like epinephrine, norepinephrine, it stimulates the heart to pound, okay, to pound hard, and it speeds up your heart rate. So what beta blockers do is they get in the way of that epinephrine and all that, and it allows the heart to slow down, to go slower. So it slows the heart rate. The Adalat, kind of the same way, but there are different mechanisms by which the blood pressure can increase. So just as we have beta receptors for the beta blockers, we have calcium channels that allow in calcium. And once you get the calcium coming in, it causes contractions, okay? And so what the calcium channel blockers do is they block that calcium channel, keeps the calcium up out of there, and allows the heart to stop contracting as hard, okay? So those are the differences in what the two medications do. So blood pressure is just not a one-trick pony. You got things to consider like fluid pills, because you'll have fluid developing around the heart. You'll have, of course, your beta receptors being activated, your alpha receptors being activated, and your calcium channels being activated. So a number of different receptors at play, and sometimes you need medication to block all of those different areas that can cause hypertension. But good question, Mom. It was my mother, by the way, everybody. All right, see what else we got here. Patricia, welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Yes, sir. How are you this evening?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I have felt better.
All right.
Number one, the first thing I'd like to ask you, what is good for overactive bladder?
Okay. Well, what we recommend for that is something called pumpkin seed oil. And what pumpkin seed oil does, because as she said, it's an overactive bladder. So it's a bladder that is constantly squeezing, and you feel like you got to go to the bathroom. Like the previous caller said, she had to get up 3-4 times a night. So what pumpkin seed oil does is it slows down that contraction so that you don't have to feel that urgency to go pee as often. So that's what I recommend, pumpkin seed oil.
Okay, number two, I'd like to ask you, I've been to the doctor 3 times this year to have my ears cleaned out.
Okay.
The last time that I went, which was about a month ago, I almost passed out, almost fainted. And it's still, it feels like I got the mumps behind my ears. So I'm trying to figure out what could I take to help that.
All right. So when you went to the ENT, and I'm assuming that's what you went to, what did they tell you about your ears?
They told me that I had built up wax, and I said, well, I hadn't been here but 3 months ago. And she said, well, some people have build more, wax in the ear. And she couldn't explain to me why it was happening that way. But every time I go, I've been there 3 times, and they have to wash it out. So the last time they washed it out, I got real dizzy and almost fainted. And so I still got that feeling that comes and goes.
Okay. But they weren't able to give you any medication to say, hey, you have middle ear issues, or?
No, sir. Told me to get some Sudafed, some children's Sudafed, take it. And I took it. I went went through 3 bottles, and it helped, but now it came back again.
So did they say you're having sinus infection issues?
I do have that.
Yeah.
I spray stuff in my nose for that.
Okay, yeah, because that can affect your middle ear, which affects your balance, which is probably why you felt dizzy at some point. Had you just gotten over a cold or something?
No, I hadn't had a cold. Where I live at, it's real dusty, you know, and I sneeze a whole lot, you know. Okay. And I'm sure that I've got allergies. I'm sure, you know, that's what that may be some of it.
Okay, so what I recommend is you come by the pharmacy and get some Dr. Pruitt's potion. Of course, I don't have the bottle here, but it's what I made for COVID. But it is great for allergies and sinuses like what you're going through here.
Yes, sir.
And it will also help the body stop making mucus. So the mucus is the runny nose and the chest, the phlegm that you hawk up in your chest. And I would dare say probably part of the earwax production that you got going on. So we need that to kind of be slowed down. While that's going on, kind of ease up on your dairy products. So your ice cream, your milk.
I don't do dairy products because I've got Crohn's disease.
Okay, so no cheese. Good. Yeah, so I would, you know, probably get some potion, take that twice a day, and see if that helps you out. You know, take it for about 5 days or so. And then we're going to need to see the place where you are, if they can change the air filters to help clean up the air where you stay.
I'm going to buy me a machine.
Okay, air purifier. Yeah, I think that'll go a long way towards helping you. But in the meantime, yeah, just stop by and get a bottle of potion.
And where are you located at?
You have to wait until the producer flashes the address. You got to hang on for about 20 more minutes, okay? And he'll give you where we are.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you, I don't have a car. Is there any way you could mail it to me?
Yeah, where you live?
I live in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Lebanon? Yeah, we can ship it to you.
Okay. Well, I'll call you and I'll look and find the number, call and make me an order, and you can ship it to me.
Yes, ma'am. We can do that.
Thank you, sir. You have a good evening.
All right. Yes, ma'am. You too.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Bye-bye. Okay. Looks like we've got Rebecca. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Yes, sir. I was calling because I've been tired and I've noticed like a little blood in my urine. Can you tell me what could be possibly causing that?
You said you're tired and blood in your urine?
Yes, sir. Not a lot, but just a little.
Okay. Has your doctor ever said anything to you about having kidney disease?
No, sir.
Okay. You ever felt any pain in your back around the kidney area?
No, sir.
So
no, sir.
No, you haven't. I would go and let them check you out, okay? And yeah, you got some bleeding going on somewhere, and that may be partly why you're tired. So in the meantime, let's look at some Geritol, something like that could kind of replace the iron from the blood that you're losing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but let's get our kidneys and let's get our bladder looked at too, okay? Because we may have some bleeding going on there. Is it where a faint red that you're noticing, or you can see it's a lot of blood?
No, it's just real. It's like light, almost pinkish color.
Okay. Yeah, I would let them look at your bladder and your kidneys and make sure we don't have any damage going on there.
Yes, sir.
And then, like I said, just come get you some Geritol to help with your energy levels. You eating a balanced diet?
Not really.
Okay, so you part of the McDonald's crew too?
No, not that, but I don't drink water.
Okay, well, that's probably why you're tired too. You need water, else you're gonna feel weak.
Could I ask you a question? What's the alkaline water for?
Well, the alkaline water it's basically high pH water. So what it does, it counteracts the acidity, the acid in your body, and get your blood levels to where it's supposed to be, which is slightly alkaline. So if you think about when you put alkaline water in your body, guys, the people that have been drinking our water for years, last 12 years, they said the acid reflux goes away in about 15 minutes. Gout goes away in a few hours. Arthritis, diabetes, helps lower your blood sugar, helps lower your blood pressure. People said they've lost weight on it because once you begin to drink that, you lose the taste for stuff like Dr. Pepper, like the other gentleman was drinking, because the water tastes so good, you really can't get enough of it. And then the other thing it does, it helps with improve your skin too.
Yes, sir.
So that's what that's for. So yeah, water is, you got to listen to this speech right now about water. Guys, hydration is very important, especially in this 90+ degree weather. Again, our bodies are 70-75% water. And so to function properly, we've got to put the right type of water back in us. So that's why it's important for you guys to be drinking alkaline water, not tap, not Evian, not all that other stuff. Come by Prue's Discount Pharmacy, get you some bottled water. You're going to feel much better. It's going to put back into you what you're missing. The water is electrified. It's filtered. It's ionized. All right. So, and that's my speech. You got to have water. Okay. So a lot of the times, the reason that we overeat is our body is looking for water. Okay. I guarantee you, get you some pineapple, some fruit or something, your body will be satisfied because it's gotten the hydration that it needs. Most of the time, you're not sick, you're just thirsty because your body's not getting what it needs. All right, so I'm through preaching here.
Appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, so one last thing. We got one last question here. Billy on TikTok asked, she said, hey, I've had my thyroid removed about 13 years ago, and what can I do? So I'm assuming she's probably... I guess it's starting to affect her again. Ashwagandha, Beverly, is what I recommend. ASHWANDHA. But give me a call at the pharmacy tomorrow if you need further clarity. But ashwagandha is what it sounds like you need. And we have something called Thyroid Essentials, which is going to help you, give you the minerals that you're going to be missing, but also some ashwagandha in there to help support, your healthy thyroid function. So hopefully that answers that. Looks like we're up on another break, guys. So you all stay right there. We will be right back. Tansy. Okay. All right. How you doing?
All right. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Yeah. Okay. All right. That'll work. All right, so for those of you, because you all don't have the benefit of the TV show, so to reach me at the pharmacy, the phone number is 615-562-6337. That's 615-562-MEDS, MEDS, okay? And just call and ask questions there. We're getting ready to get off air here in another 10 minutes or so. No, yeah, it is.
Just don't believe it.
Yeah, it feels like it's August since June.
I don't know what we're gonna do then.
We'll probably be 110 like Vegas.
Yeah. Oklahoma said it wasn't 16 out there.
Yeah, out west it gets really hot. So
I'm like, gracious.
So there's no telling what the heat index is out there.
Heck no.
It will keep you inside.
You get all jacked up and being inside all the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. All right, everyone, 30 seconds. Last segment. So we'll see what our next caller has. All right, welcome back to Pharmacist On Call. Your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt, community of the world. Your doctors are busy. Your pharmacists are busy. But for this hour, I did. So call in with your questions and your comments. We're going to get to our caller here. You got Tansy. Welcome to Pharmacist On Call. Let me help you.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Pause.
Hot flashes.
Yeah, hot flashes.
Okay, good question. So, ladies, what we recommend for menopause is something called Lydia Pinkham, Pinkham. It is a 200-year-old product invented by a lady named Lydia Estes Pinkham, who was going through the change, and she was so modest, she was ashamed to talk to her doctor about it. So she went out into the quest to put some herbs together, and she came up with a product that has worked very well, especially for many of our patients. It will help you attend with the night sweats, hot flashes, all of that. So we sell quite a bit of Lydia Pink. Yes, ma'am. So I want to mention something, guys. That's right. Pruitt's potion, not only for allergies, but for the new strain of COVID, which is they call it the flirt strain now. KP3 is the predominant strain. Then you've got KP2, responsible for about 20% of the cases or so. The same symptoms. So you're going to have the loss of taste and smell. You're going to have the breathing difficulties, the congestion, and all of that. The body aches. As COVID season is here, these strains are very contagious. So I'm going to recommend Dr. Pruitt's potion. Put 2 teaspoons twice a day, and of course, avoiding sugar. The reason I tell you, sugar not only is going to feed this thing, but it also your immune system. Okay, weakens your immune response. So you got to avoid sugar. You won't be able to get over eating it, and by decreasing the strength of your immune response. Right. So the area, so you want to, nose is running, inside your body. For those of you who are suffering from chronic pain and neuropathy, or your loved ones, pharmacists being poor or our hemp potion, increase let them know about, for example, from eczema, psoriasis, stop. The technical name is skin. For those of you who have eczema, psoriasis, speaking of free stuff, 12 years is so we're going to be giving away, for sure that you tune in. You already know that the lines are going to be busy, so make sure you start to call early. All right, so we're going to be up on another break. We'll be right back. Okay. That is true. Okay. Yeah, you can squeeze it in. Okay. 30 seconds now? Okay. All right. All right, everyone. This is Dr. Sean Pruitt, your community pharmacist. Thank you all for a pretty good show. Some really research. Did want to remind you, next month is the free stuff, so make sure you call in. For those of you guys, every day, free gallon of water, free gallon of alkaline water on your birthday. So just pop in with your ID. No purchase necessary. The weight loss clinic will be coming in a couple of weeks. So you all be on the lookout for that. That is semaglutide and tirzepatide. So we're going to be getting that rolling. This is your Pharmacist on Call. Happy birthday, Sean Pruitt Jr., and we will see you in August. Clear. All right. Thank you, sir. All righty. How's it going, gentlemen? All right. All right. Let's see. Hey. That.